So it was an unbelievable scene in the courtroom after President Trump's would-be assassin was found guilty. Routh appeared to try to stab himself in the neck with a pin before marshals restrained him. His daughter storming out of the courthouse moments later.
We can all go to hell. It's all y'all's fault. Lies. Spreading lies about my father.
Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett joins us. And now, it was a crazy trial. This was only going to end one way. And of course, he tries to kill himself. Greg?
Yeah, and Lawrence, thanks for having me on. I'm not sure if it was a ploy or a scheme to make an argument on appeal that, he had some sort of mental disorder defense that should have been asserted or demanded by the judge. That's a wild card. We don't even know if he was examined psychiatrically. But, fortunately, federal officers, court officers are trained to stand behind and around the defendant at the moment that a verdict is rendered to prohibit, to stop something like this is happening. And kudos to them for acting very quickly. Whether he intended to actually do it or not, nobody really knows.
So his closing argument went like this. He said, this case answers itself. There was never any intent. The proof is obvious. But he kind of argues against himself as well.
Well, the old saying, if you represent yourself, you have a fool for a client.
Right.
It was a fast verdict, Lawrence, because the incriminating evidence of guilt was obvious, overwhelming. He stalked Trump, staked out the sniper's nest, lying in wait, armed with a rifle, 19 rounds. And when a Secret Service agent fortunately spotted him, this guy took aim at the agent, who then fired on him, and he fled. All of that supports the convictions. And his defense was lame and anemic, probably because he chose to represent himself, which is his right under the law. But his actions were irrefutable and indefensible. He didn't deny he was the aspiring assassin. In fact, in a letter, he admitted it, that this is an assassination attempt. So, trial over at that point. He tried to claim that prosecutors failed to prove his intent to kill, saying it wasn't in my heart to pull the trigger. Well, that's an absurd argument. The safety was off, the round was chambered. And besides, under the law, it's not in my heart to pull the trigger is not a defense. You can always have a change of heart, Lawrence.
So is this the end of this? Obviously, he was found guilty on all of these counts: attempted assassination of a major presidential candidate, possession of a firearm, furtherance of a crime of violence, assault on a federal officer, of course, the felony possession of firearm and ammunition. So, is this it? Or is there going to be some type of appeal and he could get another shot at the apple?
Oh, 100% appeal. It's inevitable in a case like this. And if he actually has real lawyers making the appellate arguments, I suspect they'll claim an incompetent defense. But as I say, he willingly and knowingly waived his right to counsel. So that's not going to work. They'll probably claim some mental disorder defense. As I mentioned, it's a wild card because we don't know if he was ever evaluated. A lot of people kind of think he's Looney Tunes, and yesterday's event sort of underscored it. They'll also claim reversible errors by the judge limiting some of the evidence that the defendant wanted to present that was largely irrelevant. And I wouldn't be surprised if they claim that the Kirk assassination unduly influenced the jury with emotion, because remember, the trial started the day after the tragic assassination of Charlie Kirk, and they're going to say, well, that prejudiced the jury. They should have waited until people's emotions calmed down. So, there's going to be an appeal in this case, and it'll take a very long time.
We'll be following it. Greg, thanks so much for joining the program.
My pleasure.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.